Well, Garry, thanks for taking the time out to talk to us here on Blues TV. Can we start with your thoughts on the tragic news of the passing of Trevor Francis, please?
Well, it was a shock to us all, a tragedy that happened far too soon. But it's important for us to go back to our basics. We are an alliance. It's how we started. And at times like this, we have to come together. And we have. I've been overwhelmed by the emotion that's been shown by the Birmingham City fans. Coming to our memorial at the stadium, the book of condolences at the City Council. This club was Trevor's, and Trevor was ours. And it's our responsibility to pay tribute to him, his contribution, and his legacy will live forever in this football club.
I think we've all seen the huge number of tributes and flowers, shirts, scarves, all left at the memorial at St Andrews. Are there any further plans to honour Trevor?
Yes, of course. We have to do it the right way, not just do it quickly. He's our greatest ever player, and it's very important to us to provide something for the fans to pay tribute to. But we always defer to the traditional, whether it's naming a stand, whether it's a statue, or whether it's retiring the jersey. We'll always ask the fans what they think, what they want from us. But most importantly, the fans will need to have a legacy that they can refer to that Trevor delivered to our football club.
Now, you've been CEO for 3 weeks now. You've seen the club from the inside. What's your first impressions of the job?
Well, it confirms my original thought, which is that there is unlimited potential here. We have great people. We have a great football club. And I think it's very important to understand what will make us better. And it's really about the culture of ambition, the culture of success, and the culture of wanting to be the very best, to be world class, which is interpreted by virtue of be better than you can be. That's important. And the reason we have to do that is we are the beacon of the city of Birmingham. Birmingham is on the rise. It's building, it's developing. And Birmingham City will be on the rise. It's important for us all to understand the role that we play. We're more than a football club. We're the beacon of the city of Birmingham.
Turning our attentions to the upcoming season, everyone has their aims and objectives. What are yours?
It's very important, I think, in this first year, change of ownership, to ensure that we land the very core message. Improving the fan experience sits at the heart of everything that we do. And we've got two maxims that, in a set of maxims, the one is we want to make things unbelievable. I think we're already starting to see some of those green shoots. But most importantly, the fans decide. They're deciding to buy the shirts. They're deciding to buy the season tickets. And they're already deciding that it's time to come back out and support the football club on this journey. And that's important, I think, for the city of Birmingham and the football club.
Talking of making things unbelievable, we had one of those moments this week. Tom Brady is now a Blue Nose. How did that happen?
Well, we say make it unbelievable. The good news is it's true. But I think it's important to note here that this isn't a gimmick. Tom Brady is one of the greatest athletes in his specific sport of all time. And he's chosen Birmingham City as a vehicle to help him express what made him great. And it might be nutrition, it might be sports performance, it might be sports recovery. Whatever it is, to be the greatest, it's worth listening to him. And that's very important as we look at who's getting involved in our football club, is how can you add value? We're honoured, clearly, that he chose Birmingham City, but it's very important that he provides his expertise to help us become world class.
I know lots of work has been put into the stadium in your first few weeks. St Andrews will be unrecognisable compared to last season. Are you happy as you sit here now with the changes that have been made?
Happy is relative. It's better than it was, but I'm not satisfied because it's not quite world class yet. But I always think it's very important for any sports entity where thousands of people gather that there should be pride in the place. Every great company, every great club, every great sports environment is a great place. St Andrews has a lot of history and a lot of heritage, and I want Blues fans to come and see that it's their place and they're proud of it. And you can't be proud of it if it doesn't have the right facilities. We've added new standing areas, or safe seating areas. We've added new seating. We've added new visuals in the stadium. We've added a new football pitch, the most important characteristic of a stadium. And as time goes on, you'll see more and more. The Spion Kop will be open again. And as we do that, people will then start to understand that owning a football club is about making sure the fan experience is the best. And when I say we listen to the fans, one of the complaints, no hot water. We got hot water heaters. So I'm hoping that on that first day, people will appreciate the time, the effort, and the capital that has gone into this project in just a really short time from all of the staff at Birmingham City. I couldn't be more proud of them.
Let's touch upon our teams, starting with the men's first team. Are you happy with where they are heading into the new season?
Well, we've adopted some P&S, profit and sustainability challenges. We're guided, we have to be managed by those guidelines. But what we have done is we've put in place the principles of building a successful first team. Craig Gardner has gone through this summer attracting young talent. We've transferred them in as permanent transfers, very important to us. And that's only the beginning, really, of the plans in place. The names of the players, not as important as the collective coming together to make the club greater on the football pitch. However, very importantly, the right environment for them to perform at the highest level. The right resources to enable their performance to be better than even they expected. So in doing that, we need to ensure that they have the right infrastructure, the right training centre, the right nutrition, the right medical support. Those things make the team greater and help each individual outperform their own capability. That's important.
There was, of course, a huge announcement concerning our women's side this summer. Hope Powell is now on board as technical director. What is your expectation for the women's team this year?
Firstly, on Hope Powell, she's a legend of the women's game. And again, we're very proud that she's chosen Birmingham City. The women's game continues to grow, continues to develop, and there's no reason for Birmingham City not to be at the very top of that pyramid. But we should also give thanks to Darren Carter and his coaching team, who over the last few years, through adversity, have performed well. We want to give them the support, we want to add the talent, and somebody like Hope Powell will drive our women's game to the next level. And that complements everything at Birmingham City. It's the epitome of everything that we're trying to do at the performance level. And I think they are beginning to see the fruits of these initial stages.
Club's academy system, both boys and girls, how important are they to you, and what can you do to strengthen them?
Well, the academy system sits at the heart of everything that we do. From a very early age, boys and girls are developing. And if I said Trevor Francis or Jude Bellingham or Karen Carney, they all started with us, and we've provided football with some greats. That's our responsibility. Not only to develop players to play in our first team, not only to develop players to represent us at international level, but also to provide careers for young men and women in the world of football. That's just as important, and it's a responsibility we have as a football club. And so as we look forward, we'll be investing in young talent. We sit in the centre of the country. The reach and the draw for Birmingham City is great. We're going to continue to invest in that, but we're also going to continue to invest in providing resources that make us one of the best academies in the country. So there's the ambition. Now we've got to get to work and get it done.
You alluded to it already in one of your earlier answers, but the club are still having to face those challenges around profit and sustainability. What are the types of things that you can do to help resolve those challenges?
The formula is very simple. You have to grow your revenue. And to grow your revenue, you have to grow your fan base. Because every sponsor, every partner wants to be part of a very successful fan base. And we'll continue to do those things. But we're actually starting to see some of that come through. We announced recently that Undefeated, one of the world's great influential retailers, chose to be on the front of Birmingham City's new jersey. We're with Nike, one of the greatest brands in sports of all time. They've chosen Birmingham City, and that relationship will get bigger and stronger. So grow your fan base by serving them, letting them get what they need. Ensure that you are growing your revenue, and in turn, that helps you avoid any restrictions on profit and sustainability and gives you the ability to invest in talent on the football pitch. The recipe is simple, the work is harder.
Very finally, many Blues fans at home will be watching this and hearing from you for the first time. What's your ask of them, the Blues support?
Well, that's a little easier because I am one. I want us all to come together for common purpose. I want everybody to get on the journey now. I want everybody to show the passion that we see. I witness people buying season tickets, buying shirts, and there are generations of Blues fans. And I think that's important for us to understand the legacy and the heritage that sits behind being a fan, understanding what it takes to be a Blues fan. And if I ask for anything, it's commitment, the passion. We may need some patience, but to come together as an alliance, most important.
Garry, thank you ever so much for talking to us here on Blues TV.
Thank you.